The band plays soft, a velvet tune. The chandelier hums with the light of the moon. He takes my hand, we start to sway, but I'm not hearing what they play. My heels are high, my breath is low. He leads me slow, just so, just so. But deeper than the notes or lace, I wait for when he finds that place. It starts polite, one hand in mine, the other resting just in time. But darling, there's a spark, a chase, when his hand finds my waist. He talks of wine, he talks of skies, of suits and trains and alibis, but I'm not listening to his voice. I'm leaning into silent choice. The way he circles slow and neat, one arm fixed, the other sweet, just grazing silk, then pulling tight, and I pretend it's just the night. But oh, that touch, not rude, not bold, just firm enough to break the hold I have on all my better sense, the kind of touch that climbs a fence. My ribs go still, my spine grows long, the crowd fades out, the strings hum strong, and I forget my past, my name, when his hand fans that quiet flame. 1,000 dresses he's danced behind, but only mine knows what he finds, the curve that answers without words, the place where heart and hush are stirred. He shifts again, he moves in close, the air grows thick like vintage toast. I count the beats, I count the space, waiting for that sweet embrace. He's careful now, a gentleman, his hand just hovering 10 on 10, and I in satin soft as shell could scream for him to drop that spell. But still I smile, still I breathe, still I follow, still I weave, until at last the song half spent, his palm descends with full intent, right at my waist where stories start, where breath is held and slips apart. And just like that I'm not the same, I'm fire dressed in someone's name. He doesn't flinch, he doesn't rush, he holds it firm, no shame, no hush. The world could spin, the room collapse, I'd float on just that single grasp. Each finger placed not too wide, as if he knows where secrets hide. 1,000 men could dance me blind, but none would find what he can find. So let them waltz, let others chase, I'll wait again for that embrace. Not lips, not vows, not velvet taste, just the hush when his hand finds my waist. I walk through town 'neath autumn skies, with dust on my coat and tears I hide. The bell bells all rang at 2:30, but all I could think of, love, was you. The baker's shop still smells like clove, the diner's frying dreams in stoves, but none of it's the thing I crave, that quiet trace he always gave. So I search the shelves of every store, each candle row and perfume drawer. I sniff through pine, through musk, through rain, just trying to breathe him back again. He always smelled of cedar wood, of old cigar smoke, clean and good, a hint of leather, maybe spice, and something soft like snow on ice. The salesgirl smiled, said, try this blend. It made me think of him, and then the way his color brushed my cheek came rushing in too strong to speak. I bought it fast, I lit it slow, and let the memory start to glow. Each flicker danced the way he laughed, the kind of laugh that always passed from his chest right into mine, like two notes met in perfect time. Now every night I strike that flame and whisper softly through his name. It's not him, but it's almost near, the way he smelled when he was here. I tuck the matchbook by my bed and hold the scarf he always shed, and in that scent I sometimes find the part of him he left behind. They say the nose forgets the least, it holds a man like prayer or feast. So when I can't touch skin or limb, I close my eyes and smell of him. The war may take him far and wide, but scent and soul don't run or hide. I'll wait with wax and hope grown dim, and light the world with the smell of him. Wouldn't it be divine to wear silk stockings all the time? Champagne at noon, a trip to Rome, a penthouse suite I'd call my home, a closet full of Paris things with ruby brooches, diamond rings, a little dog in a velvet bow, a driver waiting down below. They say it isn't ladylike to dream of yachts and fancy fancy bikes, but sugar, I've done broken kind. I'm looking for a richer mind, a man who tips without a pause, who knows his wines and breaks the laws of gravity. He walks on air in cashmere coats and debonair. I don't need a crown or throne, just someone who can hold his own. But darling, if he's flush with gold, well, I won't say no, if truth be told. So here I sit in second-hand pearls, $1 short in a world of swirls. But if fate deals me a man in style, I'll greet him with my best red smile. Wouldn't it be divine to sip martinis as we dine? Some say love should just be free, but a little fortune sure suits me. I press my cheek to the window pane, watching the mailbox in the rain. It's been 11 days, not 12, but who's counting when you're by yourself? He sailed away with a kiss so sweet, a wave goodbye and calloused feet, and left me with a paper trail, one letter per each wind and sail. I keep 'em tied in a navy thread, his scribbled lines inside my head. He signs 'em all, your ocean moon, and promises he's coming soon. The ladies say, now don't you pine, they're all the same with salt and thyme, but they don't know the way he wrote, or how he spelled forever in a note. He said the sea can be a cruel old ghost, but loving you's what I love most. And every night I read that line, like he's still here, like he's still mine. I hang my dresses in a row for the night he comes back home, the blue one for the harbor light, the red one if it's late at night. And when the mailman strolls on by, I hold my breath, I chase the sky. Will it be ink or just the air? A silence I can't help but wear. The neighbors ask, you hear from him? I nod and smile, though news is slim. They don't see the way I pray, to get his words and lose the gray. There's lipstick on the window glass, a teacup waiting, hours pass. I hum the song he said I sang, the one that made the mess hall clang. They cheered, he said, when I hit that note, like every sailor stayed afloat. He kept my picture in his coat, right near his heart, or so he wrote. So I'll keep waiting, rain or sun, till I can hold my only one, until that postman brings to me a kiss postmarked from the sea. The gin is warm, the night is slow, the band plays soft and sweet and low. But there's a spark behind my stare. It's not the drink, it's him right there. He leans against the cherry wood like he was carved from old Hollywood. A cigarette, a crooked smile, and eyes that haunt me all the while. He hasn't said a single word, just sips his glass and stirs my world. What kind of name would suit that face? Jack? James? Or something laced with grace? I swore I'd never fall again, but something about him reels me in. A stranger, sure, but somehow too he feels like someone that I knew. The saxophone begins to cry, and I pretend I'm not that shy. One more note, one more martini, then I'll go ask, are you waiting for me? My past in newspaper lines, folded my dresses, packed up the time. The neighbors wave, they smile and guess, but none of them know my heart, I confess. I sold the chair where I used to cry, gave all my curtains one last sigh. The city's loud, but not as loud as the silence when he's not around. It started with ink, a letter or two, a stranger's script in navy blue. He wrote of stars and ships and dreams, and somehow, darling, wrote through me. I kept each page in a ribbon stack. They lived in drawers, then by my back. Now every word feels like a map, and I'm following suitcase and lap. Boxes and letters, that's all I own. Some pots and pans, a rotary phone. But more than things, I'm bringing faith that love can bloom across the space. He's waiting there, he swears it's so, with arms as wide as buffalo snow. He's rented a flat with yellow walls and left me keys and hallway calls. I don't know what this town will be, if they serve my tea, if they dance like me. But I know his voice and I know his laugh, and I know I wanna build our half. I kiss goodbye to every doubt, tossed the last of my worry out, taped up a box marked old regrets, left it behind without a fret. Now the train's at 10, the cab's at 4. I'm standing here by the closing door, and in my coat near to my breast, his final note, come here and rest. Some folks say I've lost my mind, chasing a man I've yet to find. But I've found his soul, I've held his grace, and now I'll find his real embrace. So let them gossip, let them guess. Love like this is worth the mess. Boxes and letters, hope and shoes. Tonight I pack, tomorrow I choose. She walks in like she owns the room, in pearls too bright with too much bloom. She laughs too loud, she holds too tight, but he just smiles like it feels right. She doesn't see the way he waits before he speaks, before he breaks. She talks right through his quiet charms, like he's just safe inside her arms. But I see him, the way he glows, the thoughts he hides, the love he shows. He's poetry she'll never read, a jazz refrain she doesn't need. Her lipstick's loud, her story's thin. She wears his name, but not his skin. She brags and boasts but doesn't see the way he aches for something deep. If he were mine, I'd take it slow. I'd learn the things he'll never show. I'd trace the lines beneath his eyes and kiss the parts he tries to hide. I wouldn't shine, I wouldn't scream, just be the hush between his dreams. No need to dazzle, blind, or spin, just hold the man, not just the wind. So let her preen and hold her place. She'll never know what she erased, but I'll be here with wine and time, waiting soft if he were mine. I swirl the glass, I breathe in deep, let every note and flavor steep. A hint of plum, a trace of smoke, a sip that stirs the dreams I spoke. The room is low, the lights are kind, and every pore brings someone to mind. I've loved some fools, I've kissed some kings, but darling, wine remembers things. There was the boy from old Bordeaux. He talked too fast, he moved too slow. Rich at first with charm to spare, but turned to vinegar in air. And then a man from Napa's hills, who held me close and paid my bills. A bold red blend with heat and pride, but too much oak, too much to hide. The Pinot, oh, the quiet one, soft on lips and quick to run. A gentle pour, a shy bouquet. He faded with the break of day. But oh, the wine I crave the most is neither sharp nor prone to boast. He's full-bodied, deep and rare, like midnight fruit and summer air. He lingers long with velvet bite. He makes the candle feel like light. Each note he gives complete, like berries crushed beneath my feet. Some men are sipped then set aside, a fleeting taste, a fleeting ride. But he blooms with every glass. He stains my soul like vintage brass. The tannins dance, the time expands. I lose my breath, I lose my again of being his girl. He smells like rain on Tuscan roads, with hints of leather, fire, and oaks. A little spice behind the smile, a flavor meant to stay a while. And when he speaks, it coats my mind like Merlot with a touch of rind. I sip his words, I taste the teas, and feel him settle in my knees. I've known some men like sparkling white, they fizz and fade before the night. They flirt and flash, they make you laugh, but darling, they don't last a half. Then there are those like Sting, too heavy, brooding, aching things. They promise depth but leave you dry, like grapes picked underneath a lie. But there's satin in the window, lace upon the rack, and something in my heart says you can't go back. Tonight's the night, I've made my mind. I'll dress in dreams and leave doubt behind. The tailor says, miss, try this blue, but baby blue just won't quite do. I need a spark, a flame instead. I need the right shade of red. Not too bold, not too shy, a color that'll catch his eye. A little rouge for lips and flare, a neckline like I just don't care. I'll slip through silk, I'll glide through lace, but what I want's a second glance, the kind that lingers on my face, then drifts down slow like chance. I've worn my share of second best, polite pastels, a borrowed dress, but darling, not tonight, not now. Tonight I aim to show them how. The dinner's grand, the crowd's refined, but all I want is to steal his mind. Let them toast and twirl and jest, I'll do my talking in this dress. The hem should sway, the waist should sing, like jazz wrapped up in silken string. A whisper cut, a daring thread, to make him wonder what I said. They'll say, my, she's changed, she's looking new. But sugar, I've just found my view. It's stitched in satin, bold and true, and every inch is stitched for you. I'll pair it with a stolen glance, a powdered cheek, a tiny dance, my perfume light, my heels sky high, a question hanging in each sigh. The girls will talk, the men will stare, but only one will feel that flare. He'll know it's him without a doubt. My smile will spell his name throughout. The right shade's more than just a hue, it's every wish I never knew, it's every no I turn to yes, with just a zipper and a dress. So darling, press that gown It's soft and pack of blush. Tonight I'm not just turning heads, I'm turning hearts in red. He walked in, sharp as a sin, that same cool grin, that cologne on skin. The room took pause, the lights leaned low, but it was the mark on his cheek that stole the show. A kiss left faint in cherry red, right where my lips should have tread. The shape was soft, the curve was clear, a woman's claim just resting near. And oh, how I smiled like I didn't see, while my heart played games with make-believe, pretended stage paint from a show, or a napkin smudge from long ago. But darling, I know that shade too well. It's not mine, but it sure can tell. It's brighter, bolder, less discreet. It laughs too loud, it's proud and sweet. And I wear a softer hue, the kind you'd kiss when nights turn blue. I don't leave stains, I don't leave proof, but maybe that's my fatal truth. She stamps her mark like a woman should, while I just wish and sip and brew. She walks right up, she holds your arm, while I just dream of doing harm to that lipstick tube. Not her, you see, just the shade that stole your cheek from me. I picture it now in some dim hall. You leaned too close, she gave it all. A little kiss, a little claim, while I just sat there mouthing your name. If I had nerve, I'd paint mine bright and leave it there like firelight. I'd kiss you once, then walk away, let you wear me through the day. But no, I'll keep my shade subdued, the kind that hides instead of proves. Still, when I see that crimson trace, I ache to mark your perfect face. So go on, love her if you must, but know there's someone you could trust. precious kisses deep beneath your chest. Still when you wipe that red away, I'll dream it's mine you brush today, and wish in silence, soft and staid, that it was my shade. He took my hand at 8:30, in a suit so sharp it bent the slate. Cufflinks gleamed, his tie was tight, and darling, so was everything in sight. We walked beneath the chandelier, the room grew still when he drew near, but I was thinking soft and low about the parts the world won't know. Beneath that coat, beneath that charm, there's sculpted grace from wrist to arm, a quiet strength, a dancer's stance that makes me melt with just a glance. And when we sat all dressed in black, I let my fingers trace his back, just light enough to feel the thread, the tension woven beneath the spread. They toast our names, they raise their glass, but I'm too lost in chest and clasp, the way his shoulder holds that shirt. Lord, who needs dessert? His bicep flexes as he pours, and I forget the world outdoors. A subtle shift, a jacket slide, reveals the man I get to ride. Shotgun, of course, in tailored style, but my thoughts drift far and stay a while. The waiter stammers, brings the wine, while I sip slow and toe the line. He says, you look divine tonight. I murmur back, so do those pipes. We dance a while, the band plays low, my hand slips around where no one knows. A gentle press, a teasing hold, the kind of thrill that's never told. He grins like he can read my mind, but keeps in step all smooth, refined. Still I know when the night is through, I'll trace each muscle slow and true. Some girls want gems or lace or pearls, but give me forearms built like swirls, a chest that's broad, a waist that's tight, and arms to hold me through the night. So bring the check, let roses fade, my treasures in the man I laid. My fingers on my eyes adore, silk over steel, and so much more. The water runs, the lights are low, a record spins in quiet glow. Rose and lilac in the air, and nothing on, but I don't care. The mirrors fog, the room is still. Each drop a note, each breath a thrill. I sink beneath the velvet heat and close my eyes where we would meet. The bubbles rise, they kiss my skin, and every thought just pulls you in. You're not here, not close, not near, but somehow, baby, you feel right here. The faucet drips like time gone slow, while my fingers trace the places you know. The way you speak without a sound, the way your touch can shake the ground. I rest my head, I arch my spine, pretend your arms are wrapping mine. The water hugs me soft and wide, but it's your hands I'm dreaming beside. You used to draw my name in steam on glass that trembled from the heat. Now I draw hearts and write your name and watch them fade. It's not the same. I light a candle just for you. The scent is musk and something true. It fills the air like whispered vows, the kind we made, but not out loud. My leg slips high against the edge, a memory like a lover's pledge, of nights you'd kneel beside this tub and turn the bath into a club of jazz and lips, of skin and steam, of every wet and wicked dream. But now I soak in what remains of love and ache and gentle flames. You're far, I know, a world away, but oh, you haunt me night and day. I pour the oil, I close my eyes. The warmth is deep, the water sighs, and in that hush I feel your breath, as if you slip. He pulls up slow, round 5:15, with the sun caught low and the engine alive, paint like fire, smooth as wine, and wheels that roll like vintage time. Red coupe ride, chrome trimmed and bold, hotter than July, cooler than gold. He tips his hat, I glide inside, and baby, that's where thrill resides. The seats are leather, rich and warm. They wrap me up like a lover's arm. He grips the wheel with just one hand, and I forget how long I planned to be this girl in heels and lace, riding next to that kind of grace. Downtown lights begin to glow. We take the corner soft and slow. The coupe just purrs, it doesn't scream. It hums like jazz in a silver dream. I've known men who walk too fast, talk too big, and never last. But he lets the silence speak till the tires kiss the midnight street. He shifts to third, the engine sighs. I catch my breath and catch his eyes. The dash lights paint him in a hue of rum and rose and something true. And every girl from here to Bay would trade her pearls for just one day inside that car beneath his gaze, where time forgets and hearts misbehave. We pass the diners, past the signs. He taps the dash like keeping time. I laugh, I lean, I touch his sleeve and feel his muscle underneath. I trace the stitching with my nail, a line from shoulder down to tail. And when he smirks, I know the game. This car, this night, this heat, this flame. We park beneath the movie light. I fix my hair, I tug it right. He opens doors like gents once did. Like chivalry ain't something hid. The world may spin, the war may call, but here and now I have it all. A man who drives like he composes, a coupe that stops the breath of roses. You walked in like a tailored dream, midnight suit with a subtle gleam, cufflinks winking like they know the secrets that your shoes won't show. That tie, Lord, it's a gentle crime, a Windsor knot in perfect time, not too loud, but loud enough to whisper, this is how you strut your stuff. I've known a man who wore regret like wrinkled shirts he'd just forget, slouched through life in worn-out seams, a little lost, a little lean, but you're crisp, you're clean, you're right, a walking jazz tune every night. The way that blazer hugs your frame, even your shadow signs its name. It's not about the threads you wear, it's how you move, how much you care. But darling, when the style is true, it says the heart is polished too. So take a seat, don't say a word, let the music play what it heard, while I sip slow and steal a glance at the man who made me wanna dance. The room is still, the night is hushed, my powder's set, my hair's been brushed. The lights around the mirror glow, soft and round like candle snow. No one's here, no one but me and that girl staring back so quietly. A glass of wine, a satin chair, a face with stories in her stare. I tilt my chin, I lift one brow, the kind of move I've mastered now. But underneath the rouge and lace, I see the strength behind the face. The mirror knows what they don't see, the late night tears, the victories. It saw me break, then fix the frame, and still reflect me just the same. My lips are red, my gaze is deep, my secret safe where shadows sleep. A dimple blooms when I half smile, as if to say you've come a mile. Some days I dress for love, for eyes, for ballrooms bright with suits and ties. But nights like this I dress for me, to feel the glow no one can see. I run a hand along my neck, admire the slope, the soft, the check of beauty earned and beauty worn, the kind of grace that isn't born. I trace the lines the years have laid, not flaws, not cracks, but light and shade. A masterpiece in skin and bone, a painting built when I'm alone. I've been the muse, I've been the flame, I've been the girl they never name. But in this room with music low, I call myself and I know voice, that laugh, that brow, I'd chase that woman even now. And if I met me on the street, I'd tip my hat and feel the heat. It's not just beauty, not just skin, it's all the fire that burns within. A face that's danced, a hand that's fought, a heart that never once was bought. So here's to me this moment still, before the party, before the thrill, before the eyes, the drinks, the floor. There's this, a girl, her light and more. The mirror sighs, the time grows late. I blow a kiss and seal my fate. For I know now what took some years. The finest view is standing here. It started small, just one soft glance across the bar mid-cigarette dance. He had a drink, he had a smile, but that wink, oh, that stayed a while. No words exchanged, no names were said, just shadows playing overhead. But in that flash, that half-second spark, he lit a fire inside the dark. He didn't leer, he didn't stare, just tipped his glass and caught my air. A quiet signal, smooth and sleek, and suddenly my knees went weak. The band kept playing slow and low, a saxophone in candle glow, but I heard drums inside my chest from just one wink, and all the rest of me began to dream and spin. Who was this man, and where'd he been? He wore a suit, dark navy blue, with cufflinks sharp and polished shoes, a touch of scruff, a jawline lean, like every frame from silver screen. I sipped my gin, played coy and calm, but that one look had cracked the bomb. It wasn't lust, not quite, not fast, but like a ghost from someone's past. A promise made in years before, a sailor knocking at my door, a poet lost in Paris light, returned to me one Friday night. He didn't move, he didn't call, just let that wink say it all. And suddenly I wasn't there, I was in his arms, mid-ocean air. He'd say my name, I'd say it back. We'd dance on rooftops dressed in black. The stars would shine, the night would bend, all from a wink that never ends. My fingers toyed with my champagne, while visions bloomed inside my brain, of breakfast talks and winter coats, of long goodbyes and love-struck notes. Some men need lines or grand displays, but he played the quiet way, a single eye, a knowing twitch, and suddenly I'd flip the switch. He might have left or stayed nearby. I barely blinked, I barely tried. I never walked, I never spoke, but darling, that wink still holds my hope. It made me young, it made me new, it made the room fade into blue. And ever since I chased that gleam, that moment stitched into my dream. So here's to men with subtle charms, who set off storms with just their arms. Or better yet, with just a blink, like he did once, with just a wink.